Hey guys, Crazy Cool Tutorials here. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this origami dinosaur. It's really easy and all you need is one square sheet of paper or printer paper. It can even stand up. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I said, we're going to need one square sheet of paper. So you can use origami paper, but try to use something thicker like construction paper. But for now, I'm just going to use one regular printer paper and we're going to make a square out of this. So to do that, we need to match this side up with this side. So take this side, match it up to the other side, and once you have it all matched up, give it a nice, good crease. Just like that. Okay, so now we want to get rid of this part. So fold this part over the crease that we just made, over the edge, and give it a good crease. Now when you unfold it, there should be a line going right down there. So just take your scissors and cut right through that line. And there you go. Okay, so now what you should be seeing is a diagonal line. So we want to make this diagonal line over here too. So take this corner and match it up with this corner. Okay, so now there's a little bit excess bit of paper that didn't match up, so I'm just going to trim that out. Okay, so now when you open it, there should be an X in the middle of the paper, and that's perfect. Now we want to make a plus. So take the left side and match it with the right side, and that will give you one vertical line. And give it a good crease, and now when you open it up, there you go, the one vertical line. Now take the top and match it up with the bottom, and it will give you one horizontal line. So now when you open it up, there should be an X and a plus. Now flip the paper over. Okay, so hold it like this where it's not a square. Well, it is a square, but it's a square tilted. And it's like a diamond or something. So now what you need to do is take these lines right here, this little triangle right here, and just push this up, and then this should fold in like that. Okay, so now flatten it out like this, and then this part should fold over the triangles. So basically what we did is we took this and sandwiched these two in between these two. So just like that. Okay. So now you should have it like this. Actually, this is very similar to the origami crane that I did in the last video, or the last to last video. So you can go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a little iCard up here. So go ahead and tap on it so you can watch that video if you haven't already. So now what we're gonna do is, again, like I said, very, very similar to the origami crane. We're gonna match this side up into the center line. So take this side, match it up to the center line, and once you have everything matched up, give it a nice good crease. Now do the same with this side. So match it up to the center line and give it a nice good crease. Okay, so now flip it over and you're gonna do the same thing. Match these two sides to the center line. So match that up and give it a good crease, and then take this one, match this one up, and again give it a good crease. So now you should have something that looks like this. Like I said, very, very similar to the crane. So now we're gonna fold this triangle over this. So fold it over and give it a good crease. Now unfold the triangle and unfold this. So now you should have something like this. We're gonna take one flap from the bottom and push it up, just like that. And then you're gonna have to flatten these sides out. So hold this down, start from the bottom and flatten it out, and smoothen everything out as you go. And do the same thing for this side. Perfect. And just flatten everything out and then flip it over. So now you're gonna take this triangle and crease it over this. So just like that, and unfold everything just like we did. And then you're gonna take this and you're gonna push it out and up like that. and then you're gonna have to flatten everything down. So again, start from the bottom, it's a lot easier. And just give everything a nice good crease, flatten everything out. Okay, so now we should have something that looks like this. So there are 2 flaps like this on the bottom and 2 flaps like this on the top. Okay, so now you're gonna open the top and keep it like this. So this flap should go to the bottom now. So now on the top we have the small triangle and then this big triangle. Okay, so now flip it over. So be sure to keep this part on your right side. Now once you flipped it over, it's on the right side. And now the next step is to take this side and match it up with the center line. Just take the side and match it up and give it a good crease. It should look something like that. Now unfold it, and now you're gonna do the same thing but with the other side. This side and match it up with the center line. So match it up, give it a good crease, and again unfold it. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and fold it this way. Now when you fold it down, this automatically rises up, and that's perfect. We want to take this, hold it, pinch it right there, pinch it in the middle, and then flatten everything out. Okay, so it should look something like this. Okay, so now the next step that we need to do is to take this like this and just fold it over. Just fold it over itself and make sure it's parallel to this. So right now it kind of looks like a swan or something, but don't worry, it's gonna be a dinosaur. So just give it a good crease, and now unfold it, flip it over, and just fold it over that same crease. And again, give it a nice good crease. So now unfold it. And now open this and then fold it outward like this. So put pressure right here and then fold it outward like this and give it a good crease. Okay, so now what we want to do is, dinosaurs don't have pointy like heads, they have kind of flat heads. So we want to take this point right here and match it up with this point. So just match it up and give it a good crease, unfold it, flip it over, and do the same thing. Match it up and give it a crease. So now unfold it and open this little pocket. And now we want to put pressure on this, and it's going to fold itself into that pocket. So flatten everything out, and it should look something like this. So now let's go ahead and make the dinosaur's arms. So the dinosaur's arms are pretty easy. Just apply pressure right here, and it should automatically fold itself inward. So now you don't want the arms to disappear. You just want to have a tiny arm like that right there. So align it up properly in what you think is the nice arm position or nice length of the arm, and just flatten everything out. Okay, so now we have to make its legs. So flip it over, and we want to take this edge right here and make it parallel to this. We don't want to touch it, but we want to leave some gap. So just make it parallel, and then you want to tilt it towards this way. So just tilt it just a little bit, not too much. And then you should do the same thing with this. So notice there is a tail, and that's totally fine because some dinosaurs have tails. Most do. And match it up with the other sides, and then give it a good crease. Okay, so now let's move on to the step 2 of the leg. So we want to take this edge or side and just fold it like this. Okay, and it shouldn't be parallel, just fold it like this. And take it a little bit out, and once you have something that looks like this, just give it a good crease. Now do the same thing with this side. So flip it over and take this and just fold it like that. Just turn it, twist it, whatever, and then give it a good crease when you've matched everything up. Okay, so now the final step of creating the leg is, now we want to take the same thing that we did and basically undo it, but you don't want to undo the whole thing. So watch carefully. I'm going to take this leg right here and just fold it this way. Notice I'm not just opening everything. I'm folding it over what we just did. So it should leave a little bit something like that. So it is going this way, but at the same time it's going this way. So now flip it over and do the same thing with this one. So we're just gonna not unfold it. We're gonna keep it like this and just twist it over this way and align it with the other leg. And then once it's all aligned, give it a nice good crease. Okay, perfect. So that's the dinosaur's legs. So now there's only one thing remaining. This point right here, we need to fold it in. So open up your dinosaur like this and notice that there's two big flaps. So right now we're in the center of the dinosaur. So now we want to take this flap and just fold it in. Just like that. So notice that there's two other individual flaps in here. So we want to fold both of them in. And then just close the dinosaur again. And you should look something like this. Now we want to do the same thing on the other side. So open it up again. Fold it in. Make sure it's perfect with the other side. And then when you think it is, give it a good crease. Okay, so now you have finished your dinosaur. But normally dinosaurs aren't white. They're usually green, yellow, or some other color. So I have some watercolor here, which give a nice tie-dye texture to the dinosaurs like this. So I'm just going to use the watercolors and give it a nice little green shade. So in the camera, this might look a little blue, and I apologize for that, but it's the best that I can do, so just bear with me. Alright, so let me just give it a nice good green tint. Okay, so I'm now done painting it, and it is a little bit soggy because this was watercolor, and even if you do acrylic paint, it will get soggy. So I'm just gonna let it dry right now. And again, sorry for the blue color that you can see in the camera because the green is not strong enough just to show it in the camera. But this is green because I am using this green right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna set it aside for the time being, just let it dry, and then I'll show you how to stand it. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes and the green paint has completely dried. So now it is stiff a little, but still when you put it up, it won't stand on its own. So I'm going to show you how to make it stand on its own. So there are two ways you can do this. You can just use regular glue stick glue, or what I'm using a mini hot glue gun. So this is dangerous if you're little. So if you're older, you can use it. Otherwise, ask your mom and dad if you have it. And if you don't, just use glue stick. I don't have a glue stick right now, so I'm just going to use this mini hot glue gun. So just glue everything together, glue the legs together. And basically what that does, it makes it more stable. And that way, this can stand up on its own. So I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing. So I have glued the legs together, as you can see right here, everything. I've glued everything together. So now it should be able to stand up. So let's go ahead and check if it does. So we're just going to place it on its legs and just leave it. And there you go. Without support, this is standing up. So there it is. It is standing up without anything that's holding it, and you can lift it up. And it's really just a piece of showcase material. It is kind of cool, and I just like how the green watercolor suits it a lot. Of course, you can use acrylic, but I feel that would be a little bit too bold, and this gives you a nice tie-dye feeling. Hey guys, I hope you liked that video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, I upload every Tuesday, so be sure to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. Thanks.